inaugurates deluxe apartments at Grace Estate, allocates units to civil servants. College of Education of Harrington into various programs. Christian Association of Nigeria, Bible chapter, marks second anniversary with Thanksgiving. Stay tuned for details of these and other reports in a moment. Hello and good afternoon. Welcome to the news. My name is Mercy Ekere. In a bid to meet the housing needs of people, Governor Moino has allotted 150 housing units of the 225 deluxe apartments at Grace Estate to civil servants. Governor Moino made this known in Ibionibum while inaugurating the 36 units of two-bedroom bungalow for indigent families across the state under the Arise Compassionate Homes. He also approved the construction of 164 more houses to complete the 200 target within 2 years and 400 at the end of the first term in office. Patience John has details.
Inaugurating the Grace Estate located in Ibionibum and Ikonologo government areas, Governor Moino clarified that the 150 housing units for civil servants of between grade levels 1 and 8 will be allotted to beneficiaries through lottery on a soon-to-be-announced date by a committee led by the head of civil service in line with his administration's resolve to improve the living standard of Akwa Ibom workers.
Today we are commissioning 236 units of two-bedroom deluxe apartments. 150 of these units will be given to civil servants from grade levels 1 to 8. And please listen to me carefully. Listen to me carefully. This will be done through a raffle draw because we don't want anything to be put under the table. So we are going to have an expression of interest that people will use if you are interested in joining that bid to get one of these flats and you are within level 1 to 8. The head of the civil service is the chairman of that committee. The expression of interest you will pay is 50,000 naira.
The governor disclosed plans to increase the unit on the two housing estates within Ibionibum Ikono axis and directed the immediate construction of a police station, model primary school, model health center, mini market and recreational facilities to enhance the living conditions of residents in the estate. He also mentioned other projects in the area to include construction of Usikoro Mama and Ikbanya roads, as well as the Bionibum General Hospital.
That Uruan Naira road is critical. If I know yourself, it was a great trade in Amusongo. Uruan Naira. Doing everything to develop this state, and we are in a hurry about it. So cooperate with us and let us do what we have to do.
Stakeholders of Ibionibum and Ikonologo government areas, including Comrade Nemebebo and says SU Akpan, appreciated the governor over the development strides in the areas and pledged their continuous support to ensure the successful execution of projects in the actualization of their rice agenda.
Are we going to ask you for something? No, we won't. Because in every conversation after Ansrubium, you ask for Ibiono. And therefore, there is absolutely no reason to ask you for anything. Your Excellency, we didn't ask for the completion of this estate. You came on your own. Your Excellency, we didn't ask for the third ring road. You brought it yourself. Your Excellency, we didn't ask for the completion of the road that Churchill is doing. You did it yourself. Therefore, without soliciting, you will keep doing for us. Why are we confident that you do that? Because you are a fair man.
Ami, Gufang, Akayene Kame, paramount role like on no abo young work nkoma dai woro kara ibo young boy for onye immense okere mkpofe n'uruako ama no won sugi wood onom bonchebi senyen ke Dakar Acquisition Center.
Patience John, Akbc News.
Akwa Ibom children yesterday joined counterparts nationwide to mark this year's Children's Day. At the event, which held at the Uyo Township Stadium, Governor Moino saluted the children for participating and promised his administration's commitment to prioritizing their educational advancement and welfare. Ayan Paul completes the report.
The Uyo Township Stadium was filled to capacity with school children in uniforms, others without uniforms, parents and traders who used the occasion to make money. From time immemorial, the traditional 27th May has always been the same, except that this year's there was no rain that used to begin from morning till evening. The elated school children could not hide their joy when Governor Moino was cited. Addressing them, Governor saluted them for coming out neatly in their numbers, encouraging them to study hard, and promised that the present administration will leave no stone unturned in giving them quality education.
Of our children is concerned is predicated on creating at the primary level a conducive environment that will engender the total well-being of our people, thus encouraging them to study and thrive in their academics and other critical skills. That informed our bold decision to establish model primary schools with world-class facilities, the first of which we launched a little over a week ago at Christ the King School, Relative Lassie Way in Uyo.
The Commissioner for Women Affairs and Social Welfare, Dr. Nyeri Akpan, appreciated the governor for the provision of model schools, educational materials, and giving priority to children's welfare in the state, in line with this year's theme of the celebration.
The National Children's Day is celebrated on the 27th every year to honor the children and continually sensitize them to enhance optimal care as well as promote and protect their rights that will build a better world for them.
Members of the State Children's Parliament, led by the Speaker, Rhoda Vincent, alongside the National President of the Parliament, spoke on the interest of children.
The theme for this year's Children's Day celebration, enhancing the total well-being of the Nigerian child through quality education and skill development, highlights the importance of quality education and skill development in the life of every Akwa Ibom child.
However, we must acknowledge the fact that there is still much work to be done. Many children do not have access to quality education.
Some children bathed their minds on their expectations, while parents went back memory lane of their experiences.
I want the government to give free education for the children on the road. I want the government to put down the prices of things so that parents can afford things for their children. I feel very proud to be a child.
So I feel the government should build more schools, secondary schools, primary schools for some children who don't have the opportunity to pay school fees and fend for themselves.
Yeah, things are more expensive now in this economic, because sometimes going to school, the transport and normal I pay, I don't pay that to now increase in fuel rates. So I want, even the food we eat, things, economic factors that affect us, so affect our parents. So we want the government to reduce the rate of things. The
one and only 27 May that I went for. Well, I didn't even have a place to sit down like these ones do. So I stood, but we actually stood for hours. Obviously, there a lot of practice, matching, and I really anticipated coming here. So I guess I had fun eating and actually matching part. I can remember eating ice cream.
27 May. Kita angke doi tok amasin ntam kwa tsi nyong kenen dem kwantan kenen enjoy ndebe mansang amin nyong ta mai mai kenen ta mem kwa se ke se nyong yam dia rice nta karantroro.
As at that 1960 something ida e mai ka 27 egiti sanga good, but now am e sanga ke moto, so we just thank God of that. Egiti sanga good it dies. But you're eating chicken, fried chicken.
The 2024 theme of the National Children's Day celebration is enhancing the interest of children in educational and skills development. Akbc News.
The state governor, Pastor Moino, has commiserated with the Commissioner for Economic Development, Mr. Membab, on the demise of his father-in-law, Elder Elijah Udom, who died at 75. At the funeral, which held at Anam People's School, Ikorubo in Orowanam local government area, Governor No described the deceased as a devout Christian who lived a virtuous life. Government House reporter Oteri Malkun says the governor was represented by his deputy, Senator Akun Irangi.
By His Excellency, the Governor of the Parliament, handing over the condolence message.
The governor, who led a high-profile delegation of government officials to the funeral, noted that the late elder Udom raised noble children, one of whom is wife to Mr. Bob Inebong. He urged the family to take solace in the good life he lived, the one he showed to the poor, and his dedication to fostering harmonious living.
As he goes home to be with the Lord today, I urge you and your dear wife, the entire family, to take solace in all that he did.
In his homily, Pastor Ndwe Sinyang of the Living Faith Church urged Christians to maintain a cordial relationship with God while living an impactful life so as to make eternity with God after their earthly sojourn.
So we all have time between the time of our birth and our death, and we are doubly sure by the testimonies that the life and the days of Elijah Udom as counted.
The Commissioner for Economic Development, Mr. Membob, thanked Pastor Moino for his presence at the event, hinting that the late Elder Jackson Udom was an ardent supporter of the governor.
On behalf of the family, we are very, very pleased. We are happy for all the dignitaries, for all the people that have been able to honor my father-in-law.
The funeral, conducted by the Living Faith Church, was graced by members of the State Executive Council, members of national and state assemblies, serving and former government functionaries, captains of industry, among other dignitaries. Akbc News.
Akwa State College of Education of Ansel has concluded the matriculation of its 33rd NCE 6th degree and first part-time and sandwich degree programs. The event held weekend at the college sports ground. Uyukoswa reports.
The 33rd NCE 6th degree first part-time and sandwich degree matriculation ritual of the Akwa State College of Education of Aransat witnessed the admission of 744 students into various programs of the institution. A breakdown of the number according to academic program has 69 students for Nigeria Certificate in Education, 597 students for degree, 70 students for sandwich, while 8 are for part-time studies. The admission rites, according to the tradition of the institution, was performed by the provost of the college, Professor Daniel Udo, after an elaborate procession of the students and management staff, followed by their presentation by deans of the different schools.
To our dear matriculating students, on behalf of management and staff of the college, you are welcome. We advise you to key in into the great vision of the college as an academic institution. It is a new dawn for all of you today. We expect a more prestigious convergence at the end of your studies, when you will be awarded certificates and degrees to mark the successful end of the journey you begin today. I formally admit you all as students of the Akwa Ibom State College of Education Advanced.
The Commissioner for Education, represented by the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry, Mrs. Rose Bassi, spoke of the priority accorded education and the proper training of teachers by the Omoino administration. While the chairman, Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly Committee on Education, represented by Dr. Effiong Ebieme, assured that the House will continually accord the institution adequate support through relevant legislations to remain efficient and effective.
Under His Excellency's leadership, significant initiatives have been carried out in the education sector, such as payment of bursaries to students in tertiary institutions. The provost has mentioned approval to construct a 5-kilometer road, internal road here in the school. It will commence very soon.
The fanfare at the matriculation arena was intense, depicting the enthusiasm and delight of the students for undergoing the profound ritual at their preferred institution of higher learning. Uyoko Uswa, Akbc News.
You're watching Akbc 45 News. Still ahead, Christian Association of Nigeria, Akwa Ibom State, marks 2nd anniversary with Thanksgiving. This and more after this time out. Clerics from different church denominations weekend converged on St. Dominic's Church of Perpetual Adoration, Uyo. The gathering was to mark the 2nd anniversary of the Christian Association of Nigeria, CAN, Akwa Ibom State. Odo Alposon reports that the event had the theme, The Power of Unity. We'll bring you more on that report in the course of our bulletin. King's Kid Christian International School, with housing estate, Uyo, now has a new king and queen for the 2024-2025 academic year. Master Nathan Daraime Obareke, grandson to Governor Moino, is now the new king, while Miss Akiniabasi Uwemekano is the latest queen. They emerged king and queen after a keenly contested pageantry during weekend in the school premises. AI Nopo tells us more.
It was an amazing day for the pupils of King's Kid Christian International School weekend as they participated in several activities to mark the emergence of the new king and queen of the school. There were performances by different grades like dancers from various tribes in Nigeria, careers outing, recitations, and choreography.
A doctor is someone who takes care of sick patients. I'm a scientist. Scientists are people who discover new things and research how things work, gain knowledge about living things.
The contestants for the new king and queen, who numbered up to 10 for each gender, were taken through different exercises including modeling. They were treated to intelligence tests in line with their outfits and stakes.
3.
Question number 3. Spell the word merchandise.
Merchandise. M-E-R-C-H-A-N-D-I-S-E.
The current speaker of the Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly is who?
Right Honorable Udeme Oto.
At the end of the competition, Nathan Dari Mabasi Obareke was announced the 2024-2025 king of the school, while King Yabasi Uwemekano emerged the queen for the session and were both decorated by their predecessors. Prizes were presented to them and the runners-up by the proprietors of the school, Mrs. Cecilia Odoisien and spouse, who applauded the children for their courage on the pageantry. The couple thanked parents for believing in the school, promising not to compromise on the standards.
The children will know who they are. The children will know that they have potentials as children. So we just thought of how to mark this day to show the children, show forth what they had. So we decided to put together this event of choosing Mr. and Miss King's Kids.
There is no loser. All those people that contested, in taking that they have won. The idea of having the contest was to celebrate, and nobody should go backside. Showcased what we had given to them, and it has given us joy.
Parents and guardians of the emerging king and queen saluted the school for building confidence in the children, describing the exercise as fair.
It helps children have a mental picture of what they want to be in future, and it's really nice. I mean, the school has done well, and well, on the scale of 1 to 10, I think I'll do a 9.5.
I'm hoping she'll be the best yet, because I know she has the spirit of leadership. I know she's going to do very well.
I'm so happy. I'm going to be a good king. I'm going to represent my parents and my school.
I want to say a big thank you. I'm going to be a great queen. I'm going to make my parents and my teachers proud.
Eyagenopo, Akbc News.
Clerics from different church denominations converged on St. Dominic's Church of Perpetual Adoration. The gathering was to mark the second anniversary of the present administration of the Christian Association of Nigeria, CAN, Akwa Ibom State. Akbc reports that the event had the theme, The Power of Unity.
Preaching at the event, the Most Reverend Dr. Joseph Ekuwem, who is the Archbishop Province of Calabar, strategically analyzed the core purpose of power and unity in the body of Christ, and called on Christians, irrespective of denominations, to unite for the uplift of the Church Universal.
God is not just powerful, God is power. God is not just powerful, God is power. So anything that has power, we can say is powerful. A powerful man, powerful speech, powerful song, whatever. But that is only reflecting the one that is power itself.
Addressing the event, the CAN chairman, Akwa Ibom State Chapter, Bishop Chris Nyong, charged the new executive members to unite for a smooth and harmonious running of the system.
CAN Akwa Ibom State has remained stable and harmonious without any disruption or challenges. It brings joy to the executive team to celebrate this achievement. The theme of this celebration, the power of oneness, is to express gratitude and celebrate the triumph God for uniting the CAN, ESCO, the 5 blocks in CAN and her past leaders, CAN and the state government, CAN and the state governor and government, CAN and churches in Akwa Ibom State, recognizing that God bestows success upon us is of utmost importance.
Goodwill messages were received from the Reverend Umar Pai, immediate past CAN chairman, Reverend Ndueso Igwere, and Professor Isaiah Isong, prelate of Believers Assembly.
The sisters and the oil companies in Nigeria, they have financed corruption, and they are insisting on corruption to make sure that Nigeria will never hold a free election.
The event featured song presentation by Reverend Enobong Essien, who is the producer of Yagi Bongakam, Thanksgiving, songs, and cutting of the anniversary cake. High point of the event was prayers by different ministers for the church, CAN executive, state governor, and the family, Akwa Ibom State and Nigeria. Akbc, Akbc News.
The Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, IPMAN, Obron chapter, has condemned the action of Operation Delta Safe Joint Task Force personnel in Ibaka community in Buluku government area. Addressing the press in Oron, IPMAN decried that the personnel of Operation Delta Safe had invaded small-scale businesses, sealing off petrol stations in the area, and described such actions as frustrating and unproductive. Udral person who was in Ibaka filed the following report here presented.
Expressing the grievances of his members, the chairman, IPMAN, Oron chapter, Deacon Otwakak Etam, decried the confiscation of petroleum products seized from the people instead of protecting lives and property. Deacon Etam gave a breakdown of the impounded items and sealed off petrol in the area.
This briefing is necessary following military operation at Ibaka under the guise of codenamed Operation Delta Safe, a joint task force operation which tend to frustrate small-scale businesses in our nation by their invasions and sealings of filling stations. For clarity, let me give a breakdown of what the JTF team sees from our individual members' station. One, the famous filling stations at Ibaka. 4 drums of PMS and 2 drums of AGO was taken out of that station. 2, Super King station. 5 drums of PMS for fishermen was also taken out of that stations.
Throwing his weight behind the Oron chapter, State Chairman of IPMAN, Comrade Francis Udoyen, called on the Governor Pastor Moino to come to their aid.
I want to address everybody that what is happening now, so of no account should our people be molested. Because we cannot just take the law into our hands. The government of our Bible, don't take it for granted. They are on top of the matter. Normalcy will be restored.
The marketers demanded the immediate release of the 44 drums of diesel and sealing of the petrol stations in Ibaka for normal sales, as well as release of 2 trucks each laden with 45,000 liters of petrol by the Nigerian Army 2 Brigade Uyo. They, however, issued 7 days ultimatum to the JTA personnel to release their trucks, adding that failure may lead to the shutting down of operations in Oron Federal Constituency.
Stop our legal business. They block us while they are earning from the government and have their salaries. Then they disturb those people not to come and buy the fuel from us. We have our legal business with license authorized by the government, the federal government. I don't know why they are stopping us.
The business community in Ibaka have expressed concern over the hike in fares from Ibaka to Oron, attributing it to the face-off with GTF.
This is a community called a Fiat in the local government area, and it's made up of over 40,000 Nigerians. They are living there, and there is no means of reaching out to them in terms of fuel, and the only occupation that they have is fishing. 90% of inhabitants in a Fiat are fishermen, and the only means of them to survive is to access fuel here in Ibaka.
Efforts to get the Commander 2 Brigade to speak on the matter has proved abortive.
And on that note, we conclude our non-news package. Our next bulletin comes up by 8 o'clock this evening. Do join us again. My name is Mercy Ekiri. Good afternoon.